wasn't to kill anybody, so that wasn't the motivation.
So if the motivation wasn't to kill anybody, how did 3 people end up dead?
Exactly.
Yeah. You had to be there. You know, it was my mistake. I started that whole series of events, and it ended up like that.
So I think part of, Eric, part of what the family has felt, just based on what I've read and talked over with my producers, I think what everybody has felt over the years is that you have used the drug methamphetamine as your excuse for these killings. Do you see that? Do you see how they could see that?
You know, to an extent, sure, but I chose to take the drug.
Mm-hmm.
It was my choice. That was my fault.
Right.
It stops there. That's it, you know?
Yeah. But my point is, do you hold the drug responsible or yourself responsible? Are you saying it's because of the drug that these killings took place, or do you take full and total responsibility for these murders?
Yeah, I take full responsibility for what I did, but I also we never had problems until the drugs, and anyone that's done methamphetamine, it changes you, and not in a good way. But yeah, I take responsibility. It's my fault, and I'm sorry.
Well, you know, it's interesting. As you just said that, Tracy's here. Tracy, who's
I am here.
forgiven you, and as of March 14, 2009. And Debbie and Tony's mother's here.
Yes.
And they both just dropped their heads when you said that, because obviously they think differently, that there were problems before the methamphetamine. Tracy, what did you want to say? Go ahead.
I just want to say, Eric, it was before the meth. There's been years and years and years that you know that there was problems, and you know it wasn't just because of the meth. Are you truly sorry for killing Debbie and Tony?
I think you know that, yes.
Where did you have time to dress in the camouflage, Eric? There was guns in the truck. You had knives on you, dressed as G.I. Joe on a mission.
Tracy, I was going up to a friend's house in Gentryville to fish and hunt turkeys. That's where I was going.
Oh my. Okay. That is a lie.
See, I think, Eric, I think what you were saying about your intention being here for the children and, to sort of make peace with this regardless of what happens, I think that if you're going to do that, you're being completely, honest with them at this point, because I think that's really what everybody is looking
Right.
for. They're looking to hear the thing that makes some sense to them.
Right.
Because as you can imagine, it doesn't make any sense that you dressed in camouflage with a knife and a gun, and 3 people end up dead, and you say, "But I was on my way to just say goodbye to my children." You can understand that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't change the fact, Oprah.
So
I was going to a friend's house to get out of town so I could get away from the situation.
Dressed in camouflage?
And I had a backpack of clothes in my truck.
Yet you say, Tracy, you've forgiven him.
I do forgive him, and I forgive you, but I will never forget. You shot Natalie. You came out on the porch, and you almost got me. Natalie saved my life. I don't know if you remember that. Natalie had to save my life.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Coming up, you want him dead.
He doesn't deserve to live.
You feel differently.
Killing Eric's not going to bring back my parents.
A family divided over Eric's sentence. That's next.
I don't have very good lighting here at this time, so you're not seeing me very well. However, that's just how it is. It's still nighttime almost, so. Okay, this song's going to be called A Family Divided Over His Sentence, using guitar chords E minor and A. A family divided over his sentence, some forgiving and others not. No one forgetting what happened then. Another example in thought of what happens when people go berserk and kill one another for no reason, for no reason. He says it was the drug methamphetamine, that's what made him do it. Does he mean what he means? Those talking with him are looking for more answers as to why he did. Is he being honest enough with them now? As Oprah questions his head. The point is, people shouldn't murder, they shouldn't kill one another for any reason. It's just not right. It's just not right. It's just not right.